Alright, so I'm back here and I was just looking up on the bank and there's bricks right up there. It's kind of coming right out of the dirt. Plus there's larger pieces of what we would call concrete still half in the dirt. There's a brick above it, some below it, and with some other concrete bits. And most of the bricks are red, but I do see some yellow and whitened bricks. Let's see if we'll turn out. So that's cool. There's more over here too. That's cool. Alright, so here's a cool piece of evidence. Alright, I suggested, or I suspect that this was many layers deep. I mean, maybe the whole realm was like this. I don't know. Maybe just around water. I don't know. But just walking back, here's some of this wire just in the ground. Here's the trail. Like, I don't know. Not really a trail. This is like shoved. This is like deep in the ground. Like there's no way in hell you could get this out. It is so buried. I'm just showing that much. So that, oh, and there's more here. Look. Here. Look at that. She's mangled and completely bound into the ground. Look at all these chunks. This is actually all moundy right here. What is here? Water place. Deep by all these little rocks. Concrete, they would call it. That looks fairly bricky, but it's turned more like a granite, people would call it. Yeah, we still have this wire coming right out of the earth. So all those stones, I believe, would have been soilified, dustified, concretified, and we're just left with the cage, with the fence, all mangled up into itself. Okay, let's see the same wire. It's the same wiring, the same twisting as Yellow Creek. Like, it's phenomenal. I can't even wrap my head around who would go to such lengths to do all that twisting and wrapping and stacking and bundling and moving and planting and placing and balancing, and like, who can do that? Look at all these little pieces here. I missed that. Where's my finger? All under there. Those little chunks still in the cage. Okay, we're on the other side of the bridge. It's going down towards the main Don River. Down there. And I'm looking for red bricks. Still a smashed out world up here. Some old piping going on. All the stones, pieces of concrete, they're all very uniform in shape. Totally falling away from the bank behind. It's interesting over there. I'll cross over and see what's going on with that. Let's keep going. Okay, this is beautiful actually. So across the way here, okay, there's the river once again. We have several bricks showing themselves. One, two, I think there's two that's fused together. Right here. In that cage. One at the end here. And there's another one, but it looks like it's super long. Still looks really bricky, and one in behind. So, yeah, that's there. That's out of the bag. And I know I've said this before, but truth is going to really start coming out. And people need to wake up to the truth. That even if they can realize we've been lied to about most everything, that alone is so important, whether they understand it or not, or understand the reasonings. I mean, nobody knows the true history of where we've come from, but people need to wake up. I mean, this actually looks like old pieces of road or sidewalk, and it's caused me over the past few days to wonder if all of our roads except when they get upgraded with new pavement. But there's still a lot of old roads, lots of cracks and bumps and holes that look just like that. Or like that. Like, what if this reset, this X factor did not happen really very long ago, and that a lot of our old roads are actually melted brick, and we're just led to believe that it's just an old road with lots of pebbles in them. I don't know. I'll throw it out there. And sidewalks. Alright, this is really great. So it's a better view of the bricks that are still intact in that cage. There's my finger. And then farther along, oh, there's two more farther along. Oops! There's a whole bunch more. Interesting. What have I always got in there? Yeah, and again, the parks people who maintain these trails, they do an awesome job at keeping this really difficult to get to. Okay, I gotta be super careful I don't trip and fall. But I saw another cool thing back here, and we're gonna do this together. Where? Oh yeah. Oh, hi. How are you? Boom! How did I miss that stepping up here? My attention was on this behind me. Right here. So this right in the ground. Let's get it. Let's get it, shall we? Birds. Amazing. Incredible. And then, where it disappears, just like Yellow Creek, where it disappears, it's all blown out, all washed out, all eroded away, and we're left with this rubble. Like, who thinks that's normal? Because a lot of people just don't stop and question it. Okay, this really is beautiful. Looks like old world ruins. And people, well, the narrative says that, you know, this part of Toronto was developed in like the late 1800s, and things are very new developments all around here. That's north of the main part of the city. You can see that there was another channel that went here, this way, kind of split. And there's all this wrecked brick here. Yeah, I guess people don't question too much why this is all here. But check this out. Alright, so there it continues up there. There's all this crap. Oh, there's a brick right up. There's my finger. Right on there. Look here. There's some more of this wire. Okay. Right in the earth. Like, that's not budging. Like, not a fucking chance. There's so much of it. The rest is in the ground, and it's just dustified, and it's stuck there, I guess. Here. Again, you can see the brick, and it's turning to stone. It's stonifying. You've got all this, what people would call concrete, which we know better now. And then we have this beautiful river. There's so many of these really steep, curved ravine edges in all of these ravines that I've been exploring for years. And I've always thought them to be so pretty and wondered how on earth they were ever created. What formed them? What made them? Well, now I know. And here we are at the river. Beautiful. Where they ever came from. And I bet you at one point this whole irrigation system had that same fenced brick. And I bet you I'd be able to find evidence if I continue to walk down. Now, I don't recall remembering any other chunks of that fenced brick lining this river, at least for the next kilometer or so, because I've scoured it both ways for quite a distance. Because every time I walked by here and walked across the bridge, I would look and be like, there's evidence of old world Tartaria or ancient civilization before our last reset. And I don't recall ever thinking that along this stretch. So I'm gonna let it be for here for today and do some more exploring on this topic that is finally kind of coming together. Let's just take a little peek up here. It's also a nice time of year to be doing this before things really start to grow. And things just get to be too dense. Yeah, I don't see any other evidence. All right, I think that's it for now.